I've played Assetto Corsa before, obviously. I'm not brand new, but I am very new and have a ton to work on. And every single time I get back into the game, I'm bad at it again. So, yeah, don't expect anything good. I'm just here for the fun. Been enjoying playing some of it recently, and I figured, why am I not streaming this? Oh, looks like there's 7 of you here. Damn, thank you. Appreciate it, guys. Can't see in the actual stream how many, but I can peek out of the bottom of my headset and see the number there. Hibernation, exactly. As soon as it's winter, I'm on the computer so much more now. I was hoping, obviously, not take a break for the summer. It was never the plan, but that's how life is. Every single day I was busy, and every single weekend I was camping or doing something. So here, let me just try to move the chat. Okay, I doubt you can see the chat. No, okay, it's in my passenger side, so every time you see me look over at my passenger side and I crash, that's because I'm reading the chat. You'll win every race. We have full confidence in you. We'll see if I even get to a race in this. We'll see. I plan on just doing like lapping on a few different maps. We'll start on Monza, which I know pretty well. And then we'll probably play on Zolder, I believe it's called. I played that a little bit in the campaign. Barely, just yesterday. So I've been in it before. That's about all I can say. And then I think I want to play Spa because it's fun. I've tried like literally a lap or two, and it seemed like a good track, but I have no idea how to drive well on it. So, well, I don't know how to drive well on any track. All crashes are for scientific purpose. Exactly, but
Green light.
Right, let me center my view. I gotta wait a second before it moves. Does everything look good from your end, guys? I hope you can see. Okay, I'm obviously looking up underneath my headset, but if I look straight forward here, I'm just gonna see with the stream delay how much you guys can see. Move a little bit and then watch it back on my phone real quick to make sure you have enough visual there. Obviously, I can probably see a lot more than you with the widescreen. I can see the full wheel and everything right now. So I don't expect it to be perfect, unfortunately, but that's kind of how it is when you are streaming VR. You got to choose either to see more, or it's going to be really wide. Like, it's already wide, obviously. You can see part of the screen isn't the game, but I can make it even more wide. We're going to Battlefield 6 together, I'm sure we are. We just played it a very little bit more to try it out. Haven't had much time to actually play it much. Hey, Walker, how you doing? See, I'm already reading the chat. I'm already going through it like that. Fix it 1 second. I might as well fix it now before my actual lap is recorded. Okay, I gotta try to see underneath my headset. There we go. Okay, is the solution here turning up my mic, or is it gonna be to turn down the game? I can barely hear you. Okay. I feel like I'm in the engine bay. Okay, let me turn my mic up. Let me turn the game down. One sec. You're gonna see the ceiling for a second here. Solution might be just turn everything else myself up, and then you guys can turn your audio down. Of course, my mixer is just blank. Okay, hold on, I gotta take my headset off, unfortunately. And Assetto, of course, is really bad with not allowing me to open applications over it. So let me try. There we go. Try to press the Windows key and it just takes over the whole screen. There we go. So the game is at 16% volume, but that's too much. Let's try 12. Okay, I've tried 12 and I've turned my gain up, so we'll see how that goes. Turned down gain by like 50%. Yeah, it's hard when it's at 16. I mean, I've turned down a little bit, and I've turned myself up. So turn down your audio and then let me know how it goes. I'll give it a little bit so I can make sure your chat is relevant, and then I'll try to adjust it again. How is that if I talk now? It seems pretty loud still on my end, actually. Turn it down a bit more. Because I'm having to scream over it myself. Let's try 8%, so literally half of what I started with. It's not bad, but I still want a car a little quiet. There we go. It was at 16, then 12, and now it's 8. So let's try that. I'm not going to race too well on this first this lap. I'm just going to check that the sound's okay for you guys. I'm also looking at the chat here. 4 to 6. Okay, we'll try this. This is at 8, so let me know if it needs to go down anymore. Any new messages, so maybe it's a little better. Or maybe my chat's broken. Let's see. Oh yeah, there we go. I thought that was going to be your first wipeout. Of many. Take that corner differently every single time. It's probably one of my worst corners. Little scroll wheel on my chat, so maybe it's just not scrolled all the way down. I'm not sure why I don't see it. Last thing I see is the last Dave's message. Well, it is the last one, so okay. So maybe it's better. Where's that little? This little plus button on my chat. I'm not sure what that means. racing line, putting down some years. You're doing good. Oh, thank you. Hardcore, yeah, I never raced with the racing line. I tried it once, and it's too much in my face, and I'd rather learn the track, other methods, and know it well myself. Miss Kills his butter. Oh, thank you. I don't think I'm very good. Based on the times online I've seen, my times are not super good. Let's try to get a good lap in here. Oh yeah, that's too much. Too much heat there. Try to brake a little bit later. Just ignore that. Not a valid lap, but that's okay. That's not how you do that corner. Break at the 150, can't do it much later. Yeah, I try the 150, but honestly, I can't do it at the 150 anymore. I played really long time back in the day, and I thought I remember that's where you break, but I have to break a little earlier than that, or I seem to smoke past it. I aim for the 150 every time, but I'd rather be early than late. I'll try to be more precise with it. That corner is pretty decent. I found to get down to second gear, and then I can shift up to third mid corner. Sometimes I can do it flat out. Sometimes I need to let off the gas before the second corner or third corner. It all depends. This one I'm pretty inconsistent. I typically try to get down to second and then hold pretty tight and get up to third on my exit. As you start letting off the brakes as you get down in second and first gear. Let's try right on the 150. Okay. I should have been done first there. Better than I normally do on that corner. Honestly, driving when someone says go get fried chicken. Oh yeah, oh that's my bad. That's flight sim all over again. Looking at the chat. I'd still rather talk to you than get good lap times. My best is kind of down to a 158, but I haven't got it recently. Slowing down the losers, yeah, exactly. I'm gonna get you on iRacing in no time. We'll see about that. It's a possibility, but I'll stick with this for now until I get more experience. I think I have what it takes for iRacing at the moment. We're going to slow through the S's. Like the last ones. Oh, I was a little bit late. Let's just ignore that. both of them. Yeah, the last one's like I thought, if anything, those were I was a little bit better at that than the turn one and the one after that. I'm sure I can still improve though. In a second. I mean, it doesn't feel like I go much faster down here. I try to go a little faster than normal. That's what I get. Ignore that. So what's the best way to take this corner? I feel like I'm not doing this one right. More than anything. I take it, like I said, I take it pretty inconsistently. That was not one of my better attempts at it. Third gear the whole way, huh? Alright. I used to take it up first and I worked my way up to second, so third is going to be a stretch. Picking little things that drop you right down to 50%. Right down to 50s, yeah. Oh, I'm okay with nitpicking, don't worry. I mean, try to tell me the biggest stuff you see first, but yeah, I want to learn and get better. I go down to first. That's the first time I've ever gone down to first, but I was reading chat for that. Look at that, here we go. Before a red line going into Reservoir 1 is breaking point usually. I'll have to see what red line you're talking about. Or do you mean like gear red line? But I imagine that'd be different for every car. Why am I getting it? Oh, I crashed. I was like, why am I at 207? I don't know, my best lap today is 210. That's valid, I guess. I promise you I'm a little better than that. That was not good, but honestly, for this turn, I'm so bad at that I typically try to go too slow rather than invalidate my entire lap while I practice the rest of the track. A little bit too much into that. I didn't let off the brakes early enough. Or that. Locked up my brakes completely. Down to third, okay. This doesn't seem like I was going to get as much power, obviously, than second, but I should just keep my speed up, then I would have power. So I need to be able to go faster for that. laps in. Braking is the last thing to do. Well, that's not going to do it. 2 laps just driving. We're about 1 lap into the wall. Starting to overdrive. She likes to enjoy it. Brake a little earlier. Focus on other things. Okay. Let me, no, actually, I just made, I'm going to invalid. I won't get a valid lap even if I start from the garage. I'll just start from here. Focus on the next lap more. I'm bad with not overdriving. I always try to do the best instead of, I don't know, what I know I can do. I'll try. I get a lot of invalid laps though, so I'm always trying to either get my best lap or nothing. Which is probably not the best way to learn. Am I in VR? I am. VR Aviator. Conway. Focus on driving for a bit until the end of the next lap. I mean, I'll probably get distracted anyway. You know that. Oh, third, sorry. I should be in second actually if I'm going to go that slow, but I really got to try to remember that next lap. I think I'm going to spin out if I'm in third, and I stay in the right speed to be in third. Okay, that's how I typically try to aim to do the corner. I just upshifted too early. So that's a good baseline to show you how I think I should do that corner. But I don't really know. Gosh. Also why I never streamed racing is I never really did it much. But I hate being bad at something. I'll do a watch. But whatever. At this point, I'm used to it. After Flight Sim kind of gave me experience in that. I do nothing about flying when I first started that. I didn't mean to get down to first. I don't want to do that. Entered that way to the left. Yeah, well that was my own fault. It's not like I don't know what went wrong there. I kind of entered that corner through the center. Like if anything, I know I'm going to spin out there every lap for now while I try to practice getting through it on third gear. Brake like 20 meters earlier on the second heavy braking zone. Sorry, can you specify which one that's for? Just because the delay. It's not your fault. YouTube. It's hard to do that. Hard to know what you're talking about. I'm trying to think what corners have 2 braking zones. I mean, a few on this map. Or track. It's Assesto, Corsa, Competizione. Just rather do that slow than fast, obviously. I don't know what else I would say there. I typically try to get in second on this. I'm not sure really what the best move is. And I drive into the apex like that with, well, half pedal down. Oh, I'm in first. Third. Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna happen. Tell me where I should start on that first bend. Okay, turn 1 and 2, then turn 3 is a long sweeping right-hander, then for braking in between 4 and 5. Even I brake fully until I need to turn, and then I let off the brake and slowly trail brake into that corner. And, I mean, you can see I made it, but I don't think that looks right. I am in sequential, by the way. I mean, I figure that's obvious, but I know some people play automatic. I don't know if you can see me shifting or not. Keep doing that. I've never done that before. Shifting into first. That's the third time in a row I've done that. Third. I mean, that's not what you mean by third, I imagine. Driving like that. Yeah. I'm great at rally games and drifting, but this is one game where I can't drift at all. The last lap was good besides the off track, yeah. I'm gonna go off track at that final bend a lot, I imagine. I could just go down to second and I won't, but if it can be done in third, I want to just practice in third. There's no point of continuing to repeat bad habits. Loving the off-roading, yeah. More like a dirt rally instead of this other course. So this is my best as a 210. Maybe my 149 wasn't valid. Not sure why. I'm pretty sure it was valid. Or 159, not 149. It's almost world record. I didn't let off there, but it was too late to fix it by the time I realized. Nice lap in reverse. For this, you need to finesse the throttle, don't chop or hammer it, okay. But in third, you're saying, right? Start from the right side of the track, I imagine. Let's see. 6, 4, 3. There we go on third. Wasn't clean, but I made it. And I didn't get all the way down to the RPMs where I should have shifted to second. So it was kind of like a real third. I might not turn my wheel more. Move back a little bit. Oh, there we go. It's my best lap ever. Literally ever. I've never had a 157. Oh, I didn't do the chicane. Never mind. That doesn't count. The first turn on. I was going to say it didn't feel like my best lap ever, so it would be very odd if it was. Okay, at least the lap was valid. Which is why I normally brake early for that. This turn was too fast. Okay. I honestly thought I was always going too slow in that corner, like this corner. I figured there was a way to do it like really fast, and I just don't know it. It's not fire, but made it through. I should have trail braked. I kind of fully let off the brakes, expecting that to go well for some reason. That was a cleaner section than at least the last couple laps. Third. That's not quite. Focus more on getting out third than I was trying to. Let me not do that this next time. Like I was looking right at my gear indicator much longer than I should have been. Shouldn't have at all. I should have just shifted down. Okay, for this corner, what gear should I get down to then? Second is fine. Brake right after that. I mean, I wasn't going full speed at this lap, so it doesn't really count. I usually do second and try to hug the inside, and then about halfway through, I can accelerate all the way up and shift to third and fourth. But let me know if I'm even approaching that corner correctly. And I brake just after that final white board. Okay, I'm not sure what happened there. I saw part of that chat at second, but slow down more. Maybe the rest when I can. Okay, ignore that corner right there. Brake waits early. I'm not gonna look at my gear. Come on, keep it. Sorry, I had the throttle full on for the second there, and I shouldn't have done that. Should have just applied some instead of letting it off fully. Applying it fully and then letting off fully. Second. Feather throttle. Yeah, I still went a little fast and drifted out wide there. Oh, that was tracked? Okay. That was a valid lap. That was my best ever. 157. So you guys are already helping me improve. I spoke that, got that right after I said that. Let me get some blocks down too. Here we go. Point wide is fine, okay. But is it faster to go, like, use less throttle and not go as wide? Keep it planted? You have awesome fundamentals, so thank you. I haven't really learned racing correctly recently. I've been trying to, but I mean, I'm naturally not a bad driver. But obviously there's improvements that I could make. Oh, sorry, just natural habit there. Hold on a second. That's how I would normally do it. I'd get the third about halfway through. That wasn't great. Pretty last turn, as long as you aren't losing grip, then you'll be good. The hard thing is being on the limit through the whole turn, yeah. But I am losing grip when I go too fast like that. That was at the 150, I believe. Maybe even earlier, but I still feel like I can't make it. I'm still learning how to trail brake, but I should actually look out my window once in a while. I'm always better when I do that. I just forget that I'm playing VR now and I can do that. You missed the 150 I was after? Okay. Also, next time I stream this, I'll hopefully have an input thing on the screen, so you can immediately see my brake input. But setting up the overlays you see now is already a good amount of work, and streaming in VR and all that stuff and seeing my chat, so just didn't have time. Hopefully next time. But I do that in a second, okay? I guess you really can't really see the driver's speed, I bet. I can, but it would be nice if that was valid, but of course it wasn't. Which is why the time was so low. Okay, before the 150 for sure. And yeah, I made it easily. Well, no, I didn't because I stopped. Didn't trail brake at all. I mean, I made it valid, but I made it low. That doesn't help. 152, yeah, that's another real 152 that I didn't make it through the first chicane. I mean, it definitely would have been better than 157, I think, because I didn't add that much time. I kind of almost went through the chicane, it just wasn't valid. So that was a good one, for sure. It probably would have been like a 154 at best. Oh, that's not it. I guess I could go kind of like I just did at the very end over the bumper a little bit, which I don't normally do, and that would help me. By allowing myself to do that, I could carry more speed through the corner. Great. Okay, I'm going to focus on this lap and see if I can get anything better. Invalidating. I wish the pit lane was just before the main turn so I could just return to garage and start a valid lap right away. I always drive worse the rest of the lap, or I tended to drive worse if I knew the lap wasn't valid, but I'm trying to get better with that. Still properly practice the rest of it. Okay, third gear. I don't think that's what you meant. I feel like if I brake enough to survive the corner at the beginning, I could stay in third theoretically, but it would be like my RPMs would be so low I might as well be in second. This is much slower than usual because I didn't have the full straight that I'm used to. Over the bumper that much like that. Shift the trailer. Really hard to keep the car balanced going through the S's. Okay, I was really shy for that, doesn't count. I might switch out cars in a second here. I was literally just thinking that. I had good luck with the, like I barely played the career mode. I've only tried the first race, and I had a good fun few laps. I get about 15 minutes of the 40-minute race, maybe 20 minutes, and got from 11th to 2nd, and then I wiped out pretty bad. And that was in the McLaren 650S GT3. Okay, ignore this, I'm talking. And I wanted to play with that when I started the stream, but only the 720S is available for single player for some reason. I'm not sure if if there's a way around that, or if that's only available in career mode unless I buy a DLC. I think after this lap I'm going to switch out for the McLaren, even the one I have available, but I haven't driven that one, just to be aware. see how that is. Mercedes and McLaren back in the day was easiest. Because really back in the day, many years ago, when I got this game, I really did not take anything seriously or play it seriously. But back in that time, the Huracan was the most planted, I was told. Okay, let's see. Let's switch out. Okay, 157 though. That's my personal best. If one, you can go back and tell me the point, the seconds, that'd be great. Because it's not this one, I don't think. Or you can't see the menu. The game says my personal best is 157.035, but I think that was my friend playing. I think mine's higher than that in the same. It's still 157, but. Then I might switch and come back to it after. Yeah, I haven't driven the this car at all.
Green light. Go, go, go.
I like the dash. Okay, I just knocked my wheel cam. I heard that. Fix that. There we go. I just made that worse. 1 second. Square. Sure the camera's in the right spot. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I've never driven this car. Visibility is quite a bit different. Sounds good too. The turning is quite. Seems sharper. Wow. Like for how much input I'm giving it. Interesting. I need to get used to the shifting, so. Off a little bit, you'll know why. I don't know if it's just the windshield, but this thing feels quick. Windshield, the way I'm looking at the track is so much different. Whoa. Well, that's easier. Okay, back up 10 to 20 meters, okay. Yeah, it seemed, I only feel like I got one big braking point correct on that lap, but it seemed like it was a little, not good enough for this car. I don't know if it's just, it was a good lap, but it felt good going through the S's on third. Try the 200 just so I have a good reference point. How too early that is? Okay, yeah, way too early. So maybe somewhere in between. Or can this thing still do 150? Back that one up a little bit more still. Backed it up a little bit. spent so much time in the Lamborghini, it's gonna take me a minute. I did like the 620S, like mixing it up, I thought it'd be worse, and then it's pretty good going into a new car. This thing is faster than that. I can do 150, okay. It feels much better, ignoring the fact that I just hit the bumper and messed it up. I think I can go through that more confidently for sure. Thanks to everyone that's here, by the way. I see eight viewers. Appreciate it. I haven't said that yet because I can't see it on the headset normally. I just checked. Why did I stop so early? I mean, I'm not giving a good example based on how good I'm driving, but obviously I can feel the car since I'm driving it. It feels like I'm going to be able to do better in this car. Just based on the turning in the first chicane there. Sorry, I don't know the names of the corners. Once I get used to the braking zone. I could have made that if I trail braked, maybe. I didn't think I'd be able to just because I stopped where I normally do, and I just assumed that would not be enough. I'm not pushing a lot of these corners like crazy by the way yet, because I'm just trying to get around, practice. Does anyone know if this thing with the professional driver can do better lap times than the Lamborghini, or which one's better? Or maybe it doesn't really matter. Well, that was way too slow. But I'd rather go too slow if I know I'm going to crash than crash. Just checking my bumper wheel camera. Try this again. I haven't got this corner down with this car yet. That's the best I've done, but I still wouldn't say I've done that down. All the cars are relatively close. You can all do sub 150s, I think. Not with me driving it. No way I missed it. You can tell me because you can see it better than I can, but if anything, I thought I still wasn't right on. I thought I did it early. Oh, I went too late on that one. Okay, it's not a great lap. I don't feel like I can do the same kind of corner right there. Usually I get down to second and drive into it, which I'm sure you've seen already by now. I don't know if I can do that in this car. It feels a little different. I was late, 150, okay. Thank you, that's good. Good to know at least why I messed up. Better. Not perfect. I think I'm not turning the wheel as much as I can sometimes. It was more consistent there too. It's early for sure. Just not good at that. I really gotta push that one back. I'm braking at the same point as I normally do. And I thought maybe I could do it, but I don't think I can. Yeah, I also gotta trust the car, but it's more planted, so I just sent it more in that corner and it held pretty well. Aggressive, and it worked. Oh man, that was the most aggressive I've ever done that. I think I just need to watch a YouTube video of someone, a world record lap, and take some hints from that. I don't know why I've never watched a video at all of someone doing this track. Oh shit, it's really... Okay, best lap ever though. 155. 4-second improvement from my best lap ever before I did this stream. So we're making progress. That was good. I mean, not perfect. I could have gone faster. But too early. 155.6. I gotta remember that because technically the lap wasn't valid. Actually, it really wasn't valid. I remember I drove through the corners and everything. That doesn't count. Quite a lot. Okay, I'm happy with that. That's 2 times in a row. I feel like I did that pretty good. I just didn't realize how much you could cut that first bumper corner. So. This is a valid lap, so we can see whatever this is. Okay, 156.5. That's my fault. Focus more on braking a second time for some reason instead of turning. If I just turned the wheel, it would have gone. Okay, somewhere right here, maybe? That's way too close. I think I braked before the wrong marker, actually. Back on the fast before corner entry. You shouldn't get on the gas until you're driving out of the signal. Oh, in first. Ignore this because I was reading the chat for this corner. But are you talking about for the turn 1 and 2? That's probably what happened. Landscaping. Yeah, I tried to brake really at the 150 there just to see how hard it theoretically is going to be. Like, I usually brake early to give myself a little more leeway, and that's so fast. I know it's possible. Oh, there we go. Finally got that corner much better with this car. Talk about overdriving. It's not about lapping stuff here. I wasn't even trying for that corner because I thought I came into it late. I'm just going to go through it slowly. That felt really good. Getting chipped up through everything. Bumper's so aggressive. Really? Just too hard on the throttle, I guess. I hit the big bumper. Oh, that's what I meant. Sorry, I didn't realize the difference between bumper and a curb terminology. What about that? That's probably not how you're supposed to do that. better. Trying to work on the braking zone for that corner now, because I got it for a few laps in a row where I was too early, but I made the corner well, so I'm trying to stretch it a little bit. I did way too much 2 laps ago, and I got much closer that time. Still just a little bit too much. Trying to focus on learning 2 corners at once. Well, I guess 3. The first chicane, braking zone for that one, and the final stretch. Kind of just not worrying about the other corners for me. How to optimize them. Good. I'm sure I'm going to keep playing, but a huge test that I got to go for. You're too entertaining, no worries. That's good. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you keeping it open too. Good luck on the test whenever you do it. Nice to see you back in stream again. Trail brake at all for that corner. I've never crashed on that corner before, I don't think. It's because I was doing good for the last few. I'll go try one more lap after this one, then I might switch courses and switch tracks for a bit. Just something I don't know very well. Try to put in one more lap, whether it's good or bad. Driving a little more conservatively. gonna try this on third again. So if I'm gonna crash, it's gonna be here. Okay, within third, but I could have been that faster. Taking multiple corners pretty conservatively for this lap, but I got through that lap. Just don't expect this to be a great time. And it's my best lap ever. So I guess just being consistent is best. Okay, I'm gonna switch the tracks up. I'm gonna take a break from stream for probably about 5 to 10 minutes. I'll be back and I'm gonna switch probably to, I don't know yet, I'm gonna switch tracks. See you guys in like 5 minutes.
Green light, go, go, go. green light. Go, go, go.
Wow, I've been on mute for so long. That's great. I mean, I've been racing, so it's okay. I have not been racing silently. I'm talking about every turn I've been doing. Whoops. Well, welcome back, everybody. Thanks, whoever is watching. It's for 11 people. Well, thank you. Hope you've been enjoying the silent racing. It's not my intention. But we have been talking about every correction I've been doing and what I'm working on, but that's okay. Sure, audio's not playing in a second. There we go. Thanks to everyone still here. And what I was just saying before I unmuted myself was I just realized Alaska Dave, and I think Hardcore too, but I can't scroll up in the chat, are still members, so I really appreciate that. Since I thought they were all automatically canceled, I didn't even consider that you could still be a member. So really, really appreciate that if you're still listening. This is Zoe there. All my experience has been in a 650S. I have to say everything I've said essentially since the beginning, so I was on mute, but I've only played on this track yesterday for the first time, so I'm very new to it. And it was in a 650S, whereas this is a 720S, and I was in career mode. My all-time lap record is, well, not good, of course. My record is now beaten by this session by most likely some tenths of a second. I have 138.675 here. I know I had a 138, I'm just not sure what the seconds were, so it actually might be a little faster than this, but for all intents and purposes, this is my all-time record. I don't feel like I'm doing good on this yet. I'm very much still learning. Really working on this next corner here. I used to have to go down to second, and now I can see I can clearly do this in third. I just need to gain the confidence to stop pressing the brake like that. A little more flat out. I can't believe I was on mute for so long. Might be an advantage to some people. Still really, really working on this braking zone. It's very sensitive because obviously I'm accelerating, so if I add a meter, it's a meter of acceleration and a meter less of braking, so it's very precise to where I brake. That was probably one of my better times. I think I'm decent at this one, brake at the 100 and trail brake through the corner. I could still definitely improve, but just not where I need to focus my time on right now. It's a valid lap. There's some pretty good lap. I feel like, let's see. No, there's not, I guess. Never mind. Okay, that was not good at all. Second for some reason again. Okay. Turn the corner, go straight for just a split second, and then start to brake. Yeah, a little bit too late on that. There's not a lot of good visual references. From what I can see, if anyone has a good visual reference for the corner, let me know. much better. I'm sure I could do it faster, but I like the line. It's definitely a different line than what I normally do. Way over brake for that corner. That was pretty decent. I need to stay in 3 and flat out. Not flat out, sorry, but fed the throttle. There we go, much better. Try to do that more aggressively than I normally do. Kind of expected to wipe out there, just could throw it in more, but really, let's try to get this. Okay. That's good. A little early now, but it's just so sensitive. I really do flat out. And I said that, and I just let off the throttle just ever. So slightly, but really feels like I need to there. When I turned in slightly earlier, I could probably do that flat out. So just pass the one here. A little later than normal on that one. It felt like a good lap. Let's see. 138.6, okay. Time tied with my best. That wasn't great. Okay. Well, I should not be looking at the time for this lap. Still not good for that. That was flat out, but I obviously didn't start with the same speed, so it doesn't count. Not sure what I did there. Being honest, to stay on the brakes too long. Really gotta work on the line for this first corner. I haven't been paying attention to it. Yeah, obviously not that. And I keep doing either decent on it, but I could go faster, or I could completely go over, so I need to spend a little more focus on that. Okay, well, good there. If I just turn the wheel up in third gear and go flat out, it works. Yeah, I just applied the gas a good amount earlier there, and that worked well. I'm keep doing that. I really need the bumpers in the braking zone. It's messing my braking up so much. Do flat out just to see what happens. Okay, go over. I need that little bit of throttle let up. Or I just need to turn better. I saw chat. Oh, let's get it. My chat and my stream is out of date, so let me just refresh that 1 second. Let me take my headset off for a moment. Thanks everyone for being here and watching. Sorry, I just gotta close. I gotta do refresh. This. Okay, there we go. I see it. I know you can't see the chat in stream, but I can. Oh, that probably looks all messed up. Okay, I've all tabbed back into the game. Hopefully it loads okay. Oh boy. Did it just crash? No, it didn't. Okay. I have no idea what you see when I do a loading thing like that. Oh man. Hold on, part of my headset's come off. Okay. Now the chat's completely in the wrong spot, so I have to fix that. Hopefully this doesn't mess up the game. Oh boy, it's not going to let me do that, okay. Try to move it over. Okay, that's not going to work unfortunately. Let me just restart. Well, let me see. I paused the game. Sorry, Oculus is not the best when you're on Link. Actually, when you go to your computer. Yeah, the button's completely not working to move my chat, and it's almost right in the middle of the windshield, so I'm just going to quickly quit. I'm going to restart, and I'll pause the stream just for a few minutes, head to the washroom, and I'm going to fix the chat, and I'll be back. Thank you guys for watching. Okay, I think I'm back. And the chat is in the right spot. I had to completely restart the game twice and my headset once for some reason. Thought my controller just wasn't working, but it just wouldn't move the chat without crashing the game. Oh, and it just moved back. That's great. So it works. There we go. I can at least move it. I couldn't get to the menu to even move it with the game open. Okay, pin. There we go. That should be better. Oh, it's gone. Pinning it. It's pinned. There we go. It stayed, at least. Start session. Let's see if it's still there. Or if it moves over. Okay, it's still there. It's further over than I'd like it now, but try to move it once. If it doesn't work, that's fine, because at least it's not in the windshield. Oh, it just moved itself. And now it's good. Good, okay. Okay. Thank you all for being here who have stayed. Fixing those issues. Okay, let's drive. Let's hope my wheel is still working. Doesn't feel good with the rear. Okay. Reset my view. Camera looks fine. That's not quite right. Okay, now my view is good. Everything is good. I can see the chat. Locking my A pillar on that side, but it's okay. I don't really need to see out there. Okay, let's try some more laps here. My foot was misaligned with the pedals there. I just moved them over and I kind of moved them back. There we go. quite a bit earlier for that. It's okay. Oh, it's a little bit late. Okay, that's good. It's better then. Still don't really have a good reference for where that was, though. Really, I don't mess up that corner too often. It's a little spread. I braked a little too long, and when I let go, so I had some grip, I let fully go, and I should not have. Looking at the lap timer because the chat is now blocking the lap clock I normally look at in the car. I'm sure you guys can see it when I look over there, but I cannot. It was a pretty quick corner, but I did not stay in third and I could have, so I could go faster. Whoa. Yeah, I guess I took that too aggressively. My tires aren't as hot as they should be. But I obviously restarted the game, so I didn't really consider that. Fastest lap of the session since I just restarted. Yeah, I should have talked. For those who don't know, my fastest lap on this is about 1:38, 1.6. I just got it just a little bit earlier on stream. Very new to this track. And I played it for the first time yesterday. Another 140. Okay, just hit the bumper on the one corner and shut the whole thing. Tried braking later than usual there, and it worked out well because I'm always very much slow enough for that corner, so it's good. I'll try to continue that. Too early for that one that time. Tried doing that one a little bit later and it worked, but not super well. A little bit faster. I'm surprised I got another 140 there. Yeah, I lost too much time on these first few corners. I don't know what that was. That section wasn't great again. That one a bit too much there. Yeah, I'm really happy with that line. I passed the lap up and check what time it is right now. Might just be this session. fastest lap this session was only 140. 139, yep. That was still done better with that. Yeah. Trying to drive a little more consistently without pushing quite as hard. Still pushing hard, obviously. But I think I'm doing decent with that. I really want to work on the consistency. The races on normal length on this map is the first race in the game in career mode. It's 40 minutes, so I need to get better at my consistency. Brake too late for that guard, I don't think, but it just didn't brake well. Getting this corner consistently now, which I'm really happy about. I'm sure I can be faster. Working on that as much right now. I was just gonna say it as a joke. I bet that's gonna be my fastest lap because it didn't feel fast at all. It was. It's weird. It didn't feel bad, but it didn't feel like the fastest. I did those corners faster than I normally do. I got up to fourth gear a bit earlier. 138.6, it's the exact same time as like my actual best, and I don't know the hundredths of a second. Moving extremely slow. That one felt really good. I probably won't beat it out. Nope. car, I messed up that quite a bit. I went off the grass, so I wasn't able to focus on braking in the right spot. Fun track to drive, more fun than Monza in my opinion. Just by feel. Completely missed the braking reference for that. Didn't see it. I guess looking up at my lap time. I need to improve this corner. Okay, well that was an improvement. That whole section, that was nice. Before noticeably sooner. A little wide. Not track limits though. I knew I jinxed it. I didn't even say it, so I didn't say it felt good because I thought I jinxed it. But I thought it, so it was too late. I have no idea if that would have been my fastest lap if I had not messed it up at the end. Felt like it. I don't know if they predicted lap time in those cars any use for use. I could watch when it gets worse to see what section I'm messing up. I'm looking at my dash, so just messed the whole section up. Trying to learn the line for those first two turns. I've definitely gotten better. Felt like my fastest, but it won't be. Ah, it was. Good, that felt good. 1:38.2. I don't think this would have been fastest if it was paying attention to looking at the track time. Screwed all the whole section up. Whatever I did there was faster for that segment because I was shifting the second earlier than I normally do. Try to take that a little more aggressively too. Alright, let's just for fun, let's try something else. Same track. I'm gonna try to do a 10-minute short race. See what happens. I've only done a race once in campaign. Let's go like 50 for now. We can obviously up things as we need to. But who knows? I can still get last place in this. I have no idea. If I completely mess up, like wipe out irrecoverably, then I will restart. Otherwise I won't. We'll just see. Alright, starting in 4th. Thought I chose 3rd, but okay.
Stay in double file.
I'm not used to this at all, so let's see. I want to try to race once. It's more for fun. I'll get a lot of lag. Maybe it doesn't like. Maybe I won't be able to do this in VR here. See if it improves.
Green light, go, go. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I tried to take my line. Obviously, for doing this, I just destroyed that guy. I'm getting quite a bit of lag here too, unfortunately. Okay, let me turn my graphics setting down. VR plus racing might not be so easy. And streaming. Okay, let's go down to... Is there nothing between low and high? Okay, let's see. Let's try this. I think I've lowered my settings just a little bit. Looks less lag, yes, for sure, so let's restart. Not so good with the shadows, but it's okay. Okay, let's try that again.
Go in double file.
Oh yeah, the shadow's like way worse. You can't see even the shadows of the car. Like it would be less noticeable if I wasn't racing. That looks pretty bad. But I'm on VR, so I can't expect too much on streaming.
Green light. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Maybe I'll change a different setting for head shadows. It's pretty noticeably ugly. I need to focus on the track and not necessarily the cars as much. So I didn't do that in third, which I'm pretty good at doing in third now. Yeah, I have a noticeably later braking point than these guys on that corner, which is good. Definitely could have been recoverable. I shouldn't have. Not recoverable. Took too long to decide. Okay. I need to be better with the braking earlier. No, while I think about it, I'm going to change settings. Video shadows to mid. Hopefully the game can handle that. A lot better than it was, but right on the straight too. That's interesting. It's like a full pit maneuver. Yeah, maybe more cautious around these guys if they're. I mean, it's AI. They might have just trying to follow a line. I should be able to detect where I'm at. But I just don't know if there's another to start at. One seems obviously too easy, so four seems reasonable. The first race, of course. Next time I'll try like third to last or something just to see if I can get out of it. But I'm too disappointed if I don't win now. section of the really caught up to that benefit pretty well, so it's surprising. much better for that kind of no,
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
house here. We have photo.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Clear on the left. It's not clear.
Car on the left.
I knew I gotta break that guy there.
Clear on the left.
First guy is pretty good. Not gonna ride too aggressively yet. So try to do that. I was gonna say that I do. The chat's covering what a penalty would be, so I have no idea. Significantly better than last time, most of the time. So I gained my gap last lap while I was reducing myself. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, I won't get first place in this race, but happy with the race. Probably got first place for a long time.
There's a slow
So
car.
I'm fighting good positions here. A little bit.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
It's a slower garbage race.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
It's fun being in that car. I can just get through a bunch of missions. Which that happens. Okay, well, second. But I can hold it first for a while. I'll try it one more time here. A little bit. Should cover this one. Let's try it again.
Stay in double file.
It's hard to stay in first for 10 minutes. It'll help me with my consistency, that's for sure. Just try and turn really aggressively to warm up the tires, but okay, I don't know if it's allowed, but I'm gonna keep going right in the middle here. I won't. I feel like it's cheating.
Green light, green light. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
I'm not clear on the left. Look at that guy. Okay, I took that slower than I know I could, and I still caught up, so I'm faster than them on that part. Just had to go off of their braking zone for that one, so I didn't hit them. Okay, this is good. The second hit was my fault for returning to the track whenever I won.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
My bad. Sorry, everybody. Okay, so good.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
slowed up really good.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Man, they're aggressive. Just keep hitting me. Okay, I'm gonna try one more time. Don't think I'm gonna make it through 10 minutes though. Doesn't go. Seem to go
Going
well.
double file.
Hello, it's Dave Gaming. How are you? You're doing well. Very, very new to racing, so enjoyed the show. Well, I started playing on this track yesterday for a little bit. Got some decent laps in, so now I'm trying my first race. I've tried it 3, 4, 5 times now. I don't know. Keep wiping out pretty bad. But once I get in first, I'm pretty consistent. But that's why I got to work on actually racing techniques with other drivers. AI drivers.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
So I don't expect anything crazy out of me
Car
here.
on the right. Stay wide.
Oh, come on. Don't.
All clear. Clear on the
Very
right.
short. I wasn't going to, but if it's right away like that, it's just ridiculous. I'm gonna turn their aggressiveness down a little bit. I'll keep the skill in the same, but they just fully pit. But I feel like a 6 out of 16th. Now let's turn the aggressiveness down further, just a little bit, 10% more. But again, I don't think they're aggressive. They're trying to pit me. It's just the AI trying to take their line without
Stay
accounting for me. Alright, so we're further back, a little bit less people, a little bit less aggressive. Half the time of the race. Let's see what I can do. Crash out on turn 1 is probably the answer. Trying to stay away from that apex. They're really aggressive. Should watch that camera when I can a little bit, but I don't really want to focus on it. Staying in third gear there is working out well, doing some distance. A little bit later than braking at some of than most on that corner, but I don't turn as well on most. Way too early for that, but I defended him. That gap ahead of me is going to grow. Okay, I gained on them a little bit there. Still not very efficient on that corner most of the time. Good at this section. Slightly overshot the braking point. Oh, it cost a lot of time. That's not good. Somehow kept my position here. Playing some pretty heavy defense, which I'm definitely not used to doing. I shouldn't be defending that hard. Stressful than just hot lapping. It's a bit of rude to do, but it's okay. Tried to pass me on the outside there. Really need to work on that corner more than I thought. If they catch up to me a lot in that corner. That was not well done. Very slow right there. Oh, he's pushing me. Yeah, I'm done in here. Happy with anything better than last year after that. Pretty much stuck with it. I had never driven it besides today, and I really like it, so I think it's going to be my go-to for a while. Usually in the Huracan, but this feels a lot more planted. The braking is a little worse, which I've gotten used to by now, so I like it more, I think, overall. I'm still very new though, so I haven't tried a lot of the cars. More than like a lap, just to see what it looks and sounds like. I've only actually raced in the Huracan, or raced, I say, like, done hot laps in the Huracan, the 650S and 720S. Yeah, my lap times were much better just hot lapping, but I mean, that's how it is. So I'm surprised. Stress of racing, and I had to play a lot of defense against that Huracan for a while. Had a lot of fun and improved my lap time on multiple tracks, so I appreciate you guys watching and chatting. This will be my final lap here for the stream. I've been playing for quite a few hours, so my head's getting quite warm and sore. It's a disadvantage of a VR, but pretty decent setup. Makes a huge difference to the car. I haven't actually messed with the setups or changed anything at all, so that should be something I should look into for sure. I'm just gonna pull over here. I'll just keep driving. I'll have to look into that and maybe watch some YouTube videos of how to do that correctly, and I appreciate the tip. I saw something about it, but I didn't really think much of it unless you're like a pro, so maybe I should look into that for sure. over yet? Or they're not done? Everyone's done? Or it is over, maybe. I'm just going to the pits. Whatever. Just go around. Last time here. Yeah, I appreciate you all watching the stream. Just gonna chill that. I don't even know where the pits are on this map, but I will see them. Let's try. That's okay. I've been at sea for a long time, so it's showed LMU mostly. I know what iRacing and this is, but I don't know what LMU is. What is that? I'm very new to racing in general, so I don't know all the games or sims, let alone their abbreviations. We actually pulled into pit lane. Only ever left it, so there we go. Put me in here. Is this not my spot? Where's my spot? Or did I not get a spot? Oh, it's over here. Cool. How do I get to pit? Alright, anyways. Appreciate you all watching. Hope you have a good night. Thanks for joining Is Day Gaming and everybody else. Take care.